Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review the Hummingbird Project. And this is written and directed by Kim Nguyen. And this film is about two cousins who are trying to create a straight fiber line from Kansas to New York so that they can get trades in at 16 milliseconds quicker than their competitor who they quit from, and make more money and beat the big guy. And this film's odd to me, honestly, and some of the things that really work for me, they're very strong. And then there's just an inherent nature to this film. Like, I just don't care as much as I should about this film. And I think the biggest thing for me is this is a very niche kind of topic of, like, really into finance and stuff like that. And it doesn't elevate that to the point where you care about it. And if you're not really into finance, it doesn't really drive home this connection that makes you want to care about it. And that's, I think, the biggest sin of this film, and why this film isn't a great film, is it's hard to connect with, and it doesn't do a great job of trying to build that connection. Because you can look at it as like, it's a David versus Goliath story, but really what they're trying to do is just make more money. And it's just like, and it's not like they're poverty-stricken or anything like that. It's just, they just want to make even more money quicker than somebody who's a worse person than them. And that's the story. And there's nothing in particular that's super interesting and stylized on how the story is told. It's pretty straightforward. And there's some things that they don't allude to in the trailers that add some extra emotional heft. Some of it works and some of it really connects, but some of it's just like, okay. Because honestly, performances-wise, Jesse Eisenberg, I don't feel like really brought anything new or interesting to this film or this role that he had. You just feel like it's Jesse Eisenberg. But Alexander Skarsgård does something great with this film, and he's very interesting and very different. And you care about him, but his motivations are just to do things for his cousin, who then you don't really care about, so then it's kind of a moot point at that point. And he's just kind of being drug along, but he is a very interesting character. And they have a friend, Mark, who's the one really putting things together, played by Michael Mando, and I thought he was great. I really enjoyed his character. He had a great performance. He brought a lot of charisma to the film. And then Salma Hayek was having a load of fun playing Eva Torres, their rival, and she just had fun chewing up the scenery, honestly, and I enjoyed her performance, but, like, there's nothing really to her except just greed. That was the villain of this film, greed. And then the main guy had greed too, so it's kind of just like, and he was underhanded. And that's the thing, it's just like you don't really feel a connection, and it's like, it's an interesting story, and inherently just, that's an amazing feat, what they were trying to do, but like, do I care? And I really didn't. And like, there's some good shots, and there's one particular scene, a foot chase, that was actually really amusing, and I really enjoyed it. It was shot well, and honestly, this film, when it really comes down to it, is alright. And that's how I felt about it. It's kind of a middle-of-the-road kind of film. It's not going to be something I'm going to go out and recommend. Like, if it even piques your interest, go check it out on streaming when it comes out. And here's the thing. I was in a movie yesterday, after I saw this Friday, and they were still playing the trailers for this. And the trailer really sells this film wrong. And it sells it as something like cool, hip, stylish. Like it was an Adam McKay made, like The Biggest Short kind of things. It's not like that. There's not enough style to warrant that selling point. And it's just kind of presented. And that's it. There's a couple moments that were reminiscent of something like The Big Short, but honestly, it's doesn't really grab you. And those are my thoughts. Comment. Let me know what you think. And thank you as always for supporting your Wasteland reviewer.